Hey everyone, welcome back to Wheel Rev, where passion meets performance on two wheels. Today, we're diving deep into Suzuki's fresh entry into the quarter-liter sport bike scene at the 2025 Suzuki GSX 250R Rebel, a name that merges heritage with an edge of attitude, and a machine that wants to redefine what a beginner-friendly sport bike can offer in 2025. This isn't just a refresh. This is Suzuki telling the world, hey, we're back in the entry-level sports segment, and we're not holding back. So whether you're a new rider, a city commuter, or a weekend canyon carver, there's a lot to uncover here. Let's fire it up. Let's start with the overall impression. This bike looks aggressive. Unlike its predecessor, which had more of a commuter DNA under sport bike skin, the 2025 Rebel is leaner, sharper, and noticeably more refined. Suzuki's gone with the redesigned fairing, tighter lines, and a deeper front fascia. From the dual LED headlights to the aerodynamic tank flares and short, high-mounted tail, the GSX 250R Rebel doesn't just look sportier, it feels more purposeful. The Rebel is now sitting on a revised trellis-style frame, which has not only shaved off a couple of kilograms but also increased torsional rigidity. That translates to better handling in the corners, especially at mid-speed twisties where earlier 250s used to feel vague. Weight-wise, we're looking at around 164 kilograms wet, which is quite manageable, especially for new riders. Under the fairings, Suzuki has stayed with a 248cc parallel twin engine, but and this is a big one, it's been retuned. The bore and stroke remain the same, but internal components have been lightened, and the fuel mapping is new. The result is a smoother power curve, and more importantly, a slightly higher redline at 11,500 revolutions per minute, giving the engine a bit more zing up top. Power figures: Suzuki quotes around 27.8 horsepower at 10,500 revolutions per minute and 23.5 Newton-meters of torque at 9,000 revolutions per minute. And while that might not sound like a big jump from the previous gen, what matters here is the delivery. The Rebel's power band is far more engaging now, with a crisper throttle response, especially in the mid-range. This is no longer a bike that feels flat at 6,000 revolutions per minute. It wants to rev, and it rewards you for doing so. But performance isn't just about horsepower, it's how it feels on the road. And here's where the Rebel surprises. The new Kib suspension setup, telescopic forks up front and a preload adjustable monoshock at the rear, offers a blend of comfort and composure. On the city streets, it's supple enough to soak up potholes, but push it through a back road or a mountain pass, and it tightens up nicely, keeping the chassis planted and feedback-rich. The braking system has been upgraded as well. We've now got dual-channel ABS as standard, with a 290mm front disc and a 240mm rear. The front caliper is a twin-piston unit, and it's got decent initial bite with progressive feel. For beginner riders, the ABS tuning feels just right, not too intrusive, but definitely confidence-inspiring in panic stops or wet conditions. Now, let's talk ergonomics. One of the key changes for 2025 is the rider triangle. Suzuki's engineers have lowered the clip-ons by about 15mm, and the foot pegs are set slightly rearward. This gives you a sportier, more committed posture, but it's still very manageable. You're not leaning into a full super sport crouch, but you're also not sitting bolt upright like on a naked. It strikes a comfortable balance for longer rides without compromising the sporty aesthetics. Seat height sits at 790mm, which is accessible for most riders. Combine that with a slim midsection, and even shorter riders should have no problem flat-footing at a stop. Suzuki has also thrown in a fully digital TFT display, and it's actually quite sharp. The new dash offers a gear indicator, real-time fuel consumption, range, shift light, and even Bluetooth connectivity for your phone. That's right, the GSX 250R Rebel comes with Suzuki RideConnect. You can get turn-by-turn navigation, call notifications, and more via their app. It's a nice touch, and increasingly expected in this segment. Lighting all around is full LED headlights, indicators, and tail lamp. The beam pattern up front is wide and evenly distributed, and visibility at night is great, which hasn't always been the case with entry-level bikes. Now, we can't ignore design. The GSX 250R Rebel takes clear inspiration from the bigger GSX-R siblings, especially the 750 and 1000. The aggressive snout, narrow waist, and layered fairings give it a big bike feel. It even comes in a matte metallic red with black accents, and a stealth gray variant with neon highlights. Both look stunning in person. And yes, there's a bit of carbon fiber texture near the tank and the tail to complete the premium touch. The switchgear feels solid, and even the mirrors are surprisingly functional with minimal vibration at speed. Let's move to real-world riding. Around town, the Rebel is butter smooth. The clutch is light, and the revised gearbox now features Suzuki's Easy Start system and a low RPM assist, which makes stop-and-go traffic feel less jerky. This is a bike you can commute on every day without burning your wrists or your patience. Out on the highway, cruising at 100 to 110 kilometers per hour feels relaxed. The engine doesn't strain, and wind blast is decently managed by the new front cowl. Push it to 130 plus and you start feeling some buzz in the bars, but that's to be expected in this class. Still, the Rebel feels more stable at high speeds than the outgoing model, and that's thanks to both the chassis improvements and better aerodynamics. In the twisties, the Rebel shows its true character. Flexibility is top-notch. The bike changes direction with ease, and the Michelin Pilot Street tires now stock offer decent grip for sporty riding. You'll run out of road before you run out of confidence. It's not razor-sharp like a 400cc sport bike, but for a 250, this thing is a corner carver. Now let's talk numbers. The 2025 Suzuki GSX 250R Rebel is priced at approximately $4,799 in most markets, placing it competitively against the Yamaha R3 and the KTM RC200. What gives it an edge is the balance. It's sporty, but still livable. It doesn't overwhelm new riders, yet it offers enough feedback and thrill for seasoned bikers looking for a reliable second ride or a daily fun machine. Fuel efficiency: Suzuki claims around 75 miles per gallon, or roughly 31 to 33 kilometers/L, depending on how hard you ride. With the 14-liter tank, that's a theoretical range of over 400 kilometers, which is more than enough for weekend trips and daily commutes alike. Unique selling points: well, a few stand out. First, the updated engine tuning. It feels livelier without compromising smoothness. Second, the RideConnect Bluetooth system, rare in this price bracket. Third, the styling. Suzuki nailed the aesthetics this time. It finally looks as fast as it rides. And lastly, it's just incredibly easy to live with. This isn't a track missile or a corner-slaying beast, but that's not what the GSX 250R Rebel is aiming for. It's aiming to be the bridge between casual riding and sport performance, between your first ride and your next upgrade. To sum it up, the 2025 Suzuki GSX 250R Rebel is a bike that's grown up. It's no longer just a safe, sensible option. It's now one of the most balanced packages in the lightweight sport bike segment. It's fast enough to thrill, smooth enough to relax, and cool enough to turn heads. If you're just starting your riding journey, or you're looking to add a stylish, fun, and efficient machine to your garage, the Rebel is worth a serious look. That's it for today's deep dive. If you liked the video, drop a like, share it with your fellow riders, and hit that subscribe button for more two-wheeled reviews, ride logs, and gear talk. This is Wheel Rev, and we'll catch you on the next ride. Ride safe, ride smart.